And we are live. Hi, everybody.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
It is Dan and Lan, and we are live on every single platform you can imagine. So I recommend watching this on your phone, on your TV, on your computer. You get 3 versions of us. We're super excited. It is Thanksgiving time, which means that I'm losing my voice. It's the holidays, that always happens. But we're really excited because we're gonna try something really fun tonight. Over the next hour, we're gonna try to answer as many Thanksgiving questions as we physically can without just falling to the ground. Guinness record levels of questions, and at the same time, Lana and I are going to make one of the best desserts for Thanksgiving ever, her cranberry curd tart.
I really love this recipe. I feel like so many of the Thanksgiving desserts are delicious, but they're also kind of heavy and sweet and brown. And I really wanted something that was vibrant and light and like really full flavored so that even if you have a small slice, it's going to pack a lot of punch, and this covers all of that.
It is so good. If you haven't figured out, even if you have like your pumpkin pie, your apple pie, this slides beautifully into the slot that is still empty on your dessert table. We're going to walk through it, but the point is we're going to answer a ton of your questions. And so there's a little bit of business here. If you have a question on any platform you're on, comment with your question. Let us know what you want to do, and we'll try to answer it. The other part of this is that we're actually doing a giveaway. So if you comment underneath, you're gonna be entered in the giveaway. We have 2 things we're giving away. Not everyone gets it, only 2 people get it. So one of them is a free year-long subscription to our digital ATK digital membership on our ATK site and app. So that is where you can get like all of our recipes, all of our reviews, the cook mode where you see Lon cook through this recipe in detail. It's amazing. If you don't have it, it's your really like companion in the kitchen. So we're giving away one of those. And
another lucky winner
gets Cocktails Illustrated. This is our brand new cocktail book. It is over 400 recipes for amazing cocktails. There's inventive ones, there's traditional ones, there's tons of cool science in there.
There's mocktails for your guests who maybe don't want the alcohol, and they're fantastic, and there are a lot of them too.
There are a lot of them, and it is just like absolutely stunning and gorgeous. So it makes a great gift, a gift to yourself. And so we're gonna give this away too. So comment below, ask us your questions. We're gonna start in the recipe, and at the same time, I'm gonna ask Emily, who is our question maven for the night, who has tons of questions for us, to shoot us the first one while Lon gets going on this.
Okay, this person says, I've never carved a turkey before. Can you give me a pep talk?
Okay, so the question was, I've never carved a turkey before, can you give me a pep talk? So we're not even going to talk about how to carve it. This is just the pep talk portion of it. So one of the keys to carving a turkey is it's very intimidating, right? Especially if you haven't done it before. If you've done it on a chicken, it's just a bigger version of that, so that's helpful. But the first key is you have to let your turkey rest for long enough. Now, most recipes will say about 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is the minimum that you want to let your turkey rest. Ideally, you're going 45 minutes, an hour. You can even go up to 90 minutes, an hour and a half, and the internal temperature will still be nice and warm and absolutely lovely. But during that time, it cools down just enough, just enough that it's much easier to carve.
Wait, can I interrupt?
Yeah, what's your next tip?
Besides resting it, do it in the privacy of your kitchen. If you don't know what you're doing, don't try to do it around other people.
Yeah.
It'll just give you some space to like make faces, be a little bit more relaxed, and take a breath when you need to. Nobody likes to do a thing that's hard and intimidating in front of other people. It's the worst.
Totally. Don't do the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation thing. Don't carve it at the table. It's beautiful, but it's going to stress you out so much. So yeah, do it. Wait at least an hour. Do it in the kitchen. Take the breasts off. Carve those, and then do the dark meat. Take your time doing it, and that buys you a lot of time to like have other people set the table and put the other stuff out. You got this. That's the cutter. You got this.
We believe in you.
Yeah, good one. All right, so what are we doing here first?
So I've started our cranberry curd, and it's just 4 ingredients in the pot: water, cranberries, sugar, and a pinch of salt. I'm going to bring this up, and once it comes up, I'll let it simmer, pop a lid on, and we're just looking for the cranberries to shrivel and maybe burst a little bit. That's it.
And you're using fresh ones or frozen?
You can use either. I'm using frozen right now because they're a little bit easier to find.
Yeah, cool. Okay, first step is done. All right, let's get another question, Emily.
My husband wants to deep fry turkey this year. How do I make sure he doesn't go to the hospital?
Love it. So my husband wants to deep fry a turkey this year. How do I make sure he doesn't go to the hospital? That's a high bar, but I think that's important for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the key is make sure your turkey is fully defrosted, and don't buy a turkey that's too big. Those fryers aren't actually that big, and you need to have space for the oil, you need to have space for the bubbling. So I would say make sure that the turkey isn't too big, have a fire extinguisher around, maybe clear away the dead leaves.
Yeah, don't do it in the leaf pile. I think another key one is you're gonna get your oil to probably about 325 degrees and then turn off the propane when you're gonna put your turkey rolls there.
Do you have protection for all the like hot steam coming up when you gotta
I think
get
yes,
it out
on
of
the
the
way
pot?
out, yes, again, I would kill the heat and I would pull it out using like grill gloves or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a good one. All right, no hospital trips this year. We got that one. Emily, what's the next one?
What are some ideas for sides I can make that will help balance this typically mushy and rich meal?
Man. Okay, so what sides can I make that would balance out this typically rich and mushy meal? I don't know about mushy, but I get it. It's a soft meal. It's a beige meal. You need some contrast in there. So there's a salad. Look, salad was not on my Thanksgiving table growing up. I don't think a lot of people had salad, but I love it there now. We have a wonderful recipe that uses sort of in-season ingredients for it. So we have one that is a radicchio salad with blue cheese. It's got some caramelized, I think it's hazelnuts on it. But something like that is wonderful because you get some bitterness from the radicchio, you get funk from that blue cheese.
Just like some sliced apples in there for some
Sliced
kind of
apples.
juicy crispness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is gorgeous too. Like everything you put on that table has to really like stand up, and I think that one absolutely does.
Yeah, I mean,
What do
broadly,
you think?
almost any salad is going to be good, and it doesn't have to be a green salad. There are a lot of like, there's an older recipe that I love on the app, and it's for a Caesar green bean salad. So it's a little
Caesar
bit.
green bean salad?
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds really good.
and so the green beans are crisp and fresh. You get that kind of savoriness from the Caesar dressing instead of a cream of mushroom situation.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I love that. That's a great answer. And I think like cranberry relish too. Like I love the canned cranberry. Do you like canned cranberry?
Doesn't quite pass the mushy test.
I agree with that. Okay, I agree with that. But I think cranberry relish, we have one that's raw and you do the food processor super quick. Is that yours that has the clementine in it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. It's great. You should make my cranberry relish.
Lana's done so many recipes she doesn't even remember them. So yeah, the cranberry relish, it's got a clementine in there, which you always have clementines rolling around your house at this time of year.
Yeah.
And it's not mushy. So sorry about that. It's soft, but it's punchy and acidic and adds
Yeah.
like a really good contrast to
Like
the table.
the cranberries are raw, and so there is a little bit of texture there, and you can make it like 4 days in advance, which is nice.
Okay, so if you're just tuning in, we're doing a really fun thing tonight. We are answering as many Thanksgiving questions as we can in about an hour. At the same time, Lan and I, really Lan, is working on our cranberry curd tart, which is like the perfect dessert to put on your table. We're in the early stages of that. We're also doing a giveaway. So we've got 2 things we're giving away. One is an ATK digital membership. This is like gets you into the app, and the website gets you all of our recipes, tens of thousands of them, all of our equipment reviews, and cook mode, which can I show this real quick here?
Yeah, borrow my phone.
Yeah,
It's
so
cool.
so Lan's actually following along the recipe in the app right now, and you go into cook mode, and you can watch Lan do it in here. So we're giving them away 1 membership, and we're also giving away this book, Cocktails Illustrated, which is our newest book. It's incredible, 400 plus cocktail recipes, tons of awesome science. It's amazing, a gift for yourself, for others. So the way that you enter is to comment below, no matter which platform you're on, and at the end, we'll go through and we'll choose a couple winners.
Yeah, please send us your questions.
Yeah, ask your questions, and then let's go to Emily for another one.
Okay, Rick wants to know, do I need to pre-cook apples for an apple pie?
Ooh, long one. All right, so the question was, do I need to pre-cook apples for an apple pie?
Depends on your apples.
Okay.
I think that the apples that are high in acidity, they tend to hold their shape a lot better. And so if you want to pre-cook them, it probably wouldn't hurt, but it's certainly not necessary. The really sweet apples, they will turn to mush, so you should absolutely not pre-cook those.
Yeah. So there's another level to pre-cooking too, where way back in the day, Kenji's probably not watching, but Kenji, if you're watching, you remember this. He really played with apples for apple pie, and there's a thing called persistent firmness. If you gently cook things like apples in sort of a steamy covered skillet, they will actually like set in a way where they stay firm. And so you can pre-cook them, put them in, and they stay firm in the cook. So it's actually better that way. It's counterintuitive, but it totally works. And we have a recipe on the site. I think that one is apple pie with a cranberry layer at the bottom that uses that pre-cooking technique there. Good one. All right, so where are we here?
We're just waiting for these to soften. It's going to be another, I'm going to say 8 minutes,
Okay.
and then we'll process.
Okay, awesome. All right, let's go to another question. Emily.
I'm only making Thanksgiving for 4 people. How do I downsize the meal?
Okay. The question was, I'm only making Thanksgiving for 4 people. How do I downsize the meal? What do you think?
Let's see. I would figure out if your guests want a turkey at all, because if they don't, you can skip that. But there is Steve Dunn, one of the test cooks on Cooks Illustrated, did this really lovely, we call it a turketta, but it's a turkey breast that you open up and you season it like you would a porchetta, and then you roll it back up and roast it. It's delicious. It's really good for a small crowd, and it's a little bit different than the usual turkey.
I love that. I love that. One thing I will say, my note on this one is make sure you make enough for like 6+ people, because like the leftovers are the best part of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you do that. But yeah, I think that's a great one.
Yeah, because like all the other sides, they're just fun.
But yeah, and I also think I would still make the same number of dishes, probably just like some smaller portions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one. All right, Emily, what's the next question?
Okay, what's your personal favorite use for leftovers?
Oh, I'm not a leftovers person. Is that bad?
All right,
I was
folks,
just like, I don't know.
I'm out. Wait, you're not a leftovers person on Thanksgiving?
It's fine. It's fine. Sorry. Somebody else is with me though, right? I'm not the only one.
Lana and I usually agree on, let's say 90% of things in food. This
Yeah.
one, wow, I didn't even know this.
We agree on the science.
Yeah, we agree on the science. That's kind of easy to agree on. So, I am a firm believer. I am in the camp that Thanksgiving leftovers are better than the actual meal, for a couple of reasons. One, I'm usually cooking Thanksgiving, and I am surrounded by all the smells and all the food, and I'm tasting as I go. By the time I sit down for Thanksgiving, I'm like, I've already tasted this food. I know it super well. Everyone else is really happy, which is great.
Yeah.
But the reason is I'm a huge sandwich guy, and I feel like the leftover Thanksgiving sandwich is the greatest sandwich outside of like a BLT that like ever exists. And so my favorite use for all the leftovers, this is not that inventive, but it is what it is. I love to use the rolls. I use everything. The rolls, I have a stuffing layer, I have turkey, I use the graving as one of the spreads, I use mayonnaise as one of the spreads, cranberry sauce, there's 3 spreads. Boom, boom, boom. And I'll even get some Brussels sprouts in there.
Okay, if you want to make me a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich, I would eat that.
You would allow that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
all
would
right.
enjoy it even.
I also think soup. I mean, if you've cooked Thanksgiving and you've done all the work, like soup is a wonderful thing to make the next day. The carcass from your turkey makes really good stock with just like an onion in there. We have some recipes on the site that do just that. That smells so good.
Yeah, Dan, I think I'm going to need you to stop taking questions briefly and go grab the food processor.
Okay, I'm on it.
Stop.
All right, keep your questions coming in, guys, as we're doing this.
Yeah, we're going to just do a little reset.
I'm unplugging this here.
Yeah,
Boom
thank you.
and boom. All right, and we are back up here. So while Lon's doing this, Emily, shoot another question over that I can be answering.
What do you recommend as a main dish for guests who are vegetarian?
Ooh, I know this one. Okay, main dish for guests who are vegetarian. You can go really wild and do big like stuff inside of a pumpkin and stuff like that, which I think is fun. But at the end of the day, what I've done for vegetarians that I think they really love is we have these amazing galettes. Galettes are like a
That was my answer.
well, maybe it just means that it's a good answer. Galettes are a much easier pie, right? You make a dough, but you don't have to crimp it and do these fancy things. So you roll it out, and we have a couple. One has like shiitake mushrooms and blue cheese in it, which is really, really fabulous. We have another one with squash, which is like spot on for the season. But you make it, you fold it over. I think we have some interesting flours in the galette dough too. So there's like maybe a rye one, a whole wheat one. Come on over here. And I think it just looks lovely. I think it's like such a beautiful thing to put in the center of the table. The problem is, you have if it's a mixed group, you have vegetarians and meat eaters, you have to not let the meat eaters eat it because they will eat it all too. So you have to.
So good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my biggest rule there. But anyway, I think that's my check. Okay, so wait, what do we got here?
Okay, so the cranberries are going in, and
Yep.
I'm gonna actually use the heat from them to cook the binder. It's egg yolks and cornstarch, and we're just gonna process until the berries are finely ground. You wanna pop the lid on and let it rip?
Absolutely. So you whisk the yolks and the cornstarch beforehand?
Yep.
Okay. If you guys have made this recipe before, let us know in the comments too. I would love to hear your experiences with it. All right, am I pulsing or processing?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I knocked it off. Guys, we're really live. Did you not think we were?
We usually have so much help.
All right, you want to hit? I'm going to hold this together. This is a 2-person job. We're cooking together. Look at that color.
Yeah, I think because we're using cornstarch, it retains its vibrant color. A lot of these tarts are set with egg, and that yolk kind of mutes that bright cranberry color.
So you used less yolk and some cornstarch to sort of balance it. Wait, can I do like the
Ooh,
hot
good,
cranberry
right?
steam?
Yeah.
You want to smell
It's
it?
cranberry facial.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna let this cool. We'll deal with this in a bit. Do you mind just picking up this whole setup and moving it over there?
She doesn't think I can do it.
I have faith in you.
Okay. Great.
So while we answer questions, I'm gonna make a tart shell.
Okay, no big deal. Okay, so if you are just tuning in, we're doing this really fun live. We're gonna be here for the full hour, answering as many Thanksgiving questions as we can.
Awesome.
At the same time, Lon and I are making this incredible cranberry curd tart that is really beautiful, perfect for your table. We're doing a giveaway of an etiquette digital membership. This gives you access to the app and the site, all of our amazing recipes. You can cook right alongside with us. And perfect for Thanksgiving if you haven't figured out what you need there. So we're gonna give away one of those and a copy of Cocktails Illustrated, our newest book, 400 plus recipes, there's cool science, NA drinks, no matter what
Do
you're
you
looking
have
for.
a favorite drink in there?
So there's so many drinks that I love in here. I do really like the NA drinks. I love alcohol drinks too, but it's really nice to have that option. And there's a really fun one in here called the Traverse City that uses, it's NA, so non-alcoholic, and it uses some black tea and some sour cherry juice to basically mimic what you get in a Manhattan, and it's really, really good.
It's really good.
And it's named after Traverse City in Michigan. So if you're from Michigan, you basically have to get the book. Anyway, comment below, and we're gonna choose 2 people at the end, one for the membership and one for the book.
Okay, so I'm making an almond crust. I really like this because it's gluten-free. Just makes serving it easier. If you're serving this to someone with a nut allergy, just go ahead and swap to another pat-in-the-pan crust that is doesn't contain nuts.
Okay. Okay, so you kind of passed over like the magic of this. So this is a pat-in-the-pan crust. So if you're like a big baker and you love making short crust and rolling it out and doing all that, I totally get it. But if you are a lazy baker like myself, a pat-in-the-pan crust is amazing. We're literally gonna pat it into the pan and there's no rolling out. But she's also using melted butter, so there's no like cutting cold butter into anything.
Yeah,
or
no,
doing
it's
that.
you're literally stirring 6 things together.
It's so amazing. It smells really good too with the almond.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Emily, next question.
Is stuffing inside the turkey safe? Are we still doing that?
Are we still doing that? So is stuffing inside the turkey safe? Are we still doing that?
I mean, it's safe if you cook it properly.
Yeah. I think the thing is if you cook it properly, meaning you cook it to a high enough temperature, let's say you get to 160 and it carries over 165, you've usually overcooked the breast around it. You also get a very small amount of stuffing in the
Yeah.
cavity, which is like not my favorite thing. So in general, we do like dressing, which is taking it outside and doing it. I think if you want to do the inside, we've done some recipes where it's in there. What we do is we actually fill the cavity with cheesecloth first, and then the stuffing goes in, so you can easily pull it out. And then the final step is to actually keep heating it. So you pull it out when it's underdone, and then you can finish cooking it in the oven. So you picked up all the juices from the bird, but then you keep cooking it to make it food safe.
Yeah.
But I still think you need a dressing on the side. Unless you're doing that 4-person party, I think that could probably work.
Yeah.
Another option is we have a great, all we have to do is this. We have a great, I'm not gonna talk the rest of the time.
We're gonna this is the interpretive dance portion of the show.
Yeah, you didn't know we were gonna dance. So we have a great recipe where we spatchcock the turkey or buy a spatchcock turkey. So the backbone is taken out and it's flat, all the skin's facing up, and we do a big mound of stuffing inside of a roasting pan and then just lay the turkey over the top. So it's getting all the juices like it would if you roasted it inside, but it's heating from the bottom so it gets crispy on the bottom and the whole thing cooks through and is food safe. So I guess we are still doing that. To answer your question, Emily, we are still doing that. Just maybe not the way your mom or grandmother did.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily, what's the next question?
Date, marry, kill. Mashed potato, scalloped potato, Hasselback.
Okay, wait. So we're doing the game date, marry, kill, which I said I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that tonight. So date, marry, kill, and what is it?
Mashed potatoes, scalloped potatoes, Hasselback potatoes.
I got this.
Okay, mashed potatoes, scalloped potatoes, Hasselback potatoes, date, marry, kill.
Okay, so kill the scalloped potatoes because marry the mashed potatoes because they're very steady, very reliable, and you can get the cheese and the crisping if you know what you're doing with your mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Hasselback seems fun. We'll date those.
You're gonna date Hasselback because it's fun. You're gonna marry mashed potatoes. I mean, I want to have like a different answer, but I actually think that's the right answer. I think you
it is.
nailed that. Yeah. Sorry, scalloped potatoes. I've never killed anyone before.
Well, you're not killing anyone now. It's a potato.
It's potatoes. Okay, we're good. Okay. That was a fun one. Where did that come from?
I came from somebody named Amanda.
Amanda, on what platform? We don't know? Okay, so keep sending them in, guys. Put your comments below. We'll keep taking them. Let's go to another one. While Lan is patting, I was gonna say pat in the pan, and then I combined it with your name. So while Lan is patting in the pan, we'll take another question.
Why is dark meat juicier than white meat?
Ooh, that's a fun one. So the question was, why is dark meat juicier than white meat? Do you want to hop on this one?
So if you look at dark meat, I can't talk with my hands and make a tart shell at the
You
same time.
want me to do some, and then
You want to do some?
Yeah.
Okay. So dark meat, those muscle fibers, there's like little veins of fat that are, you can't really see them, but they're in there, and they can't get squished out the way juices get squished out during cooking, and so that is why dark meat is juicier than white meat. All right, Emily, what's next?
All right.
Am I in charge now?
Focusing mostly on sides this year instead of mains. What are your favorite Thanksgiving sides?
The question was, what are your favorite Thanksgiving sides?
Oh,
This is tough.
you think that's tough?
I think so. The sides are my favorite part.
Yeah. Yeah, sides are amazing. I love sides so much. So my favorites are pretty classic. I think stuffing is the best, and for me it is Sage's shining moment in the year. I think sage and stuffing is like such a combo flavor, and so I really love that. Sometimes with some sausage in there. So stuffing, I love Brussels sprouts. I think Brussels sprouts in some ways are a little too everywhere.
Yeah, they got overexposed.
Oh, they're overexposed, but I think they're perfect for Thanksgiving, so I really love that. And cranberry sauce, and then canned cranberry sauce I love.
I totally go pomme puree. There's something about all of that butter in those potatoes, like to the point where they run across your plate a little bit.
Yep.
So perfect.
There's just something about them. It might be the butter, might be the thing.
I mean, you only have them once a year.
It's true, it's true. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's decent. I think you can make that better than me. But
Well, you know what? Because this is live, we'll have a twin, so
Okay, that's
it'll
great.
be fine. I'm gonna get
I'm
these
gonna wash
in the
my
oven.
hands.
I'm gonna fix
Can I grab
this.
any towels from you?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
fix
great.
this a little bit.
All right.
I can't help myself.
Yeah, fix it. Let's gonna fix my mistakes. All right, Emily, next question.
I have two things in the oven at the same time. Do I have to adjust the cook time?
Ooh. If I have two things in the oven at the same time, do I have to adjust the cook time? This is a little bit of like, it depends kind of question. First, I would ask if you have convection going in your oven. So one of the issues when you have multiple things in the oven is the heat's coming from the back of the oven usually, and it gets sort of blocked. So like the back is getting more heat than the front, and you don't have good circulation. If you have convection and you're cooking two things, I would turn that on. It's gonna help even things out a lot more. So in that case, I would say no, you don't have to worry about it. If it's really jammed up, I think you're gonna have to probably add a little bit more time. But that's why you wanna follow all the visual cues. What it looks like, is it brown? Also, is it at temp and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're trying to use multiple racks at the same time, you want to check every, I'm going to say 20, 25 minutes to make sure that things are browning and cooking evenly. It's not I wouldn't experiment with a new dish if you're going to muck around with how you cook.
Yeah.
But if you're making a dish you're familiar with it and you know what to look for,
Yeah.
it's fine.
That makes a lot of sense. What happened to our tart? I wasn't
It's
paying
in the
attention.
oven. We have
It's
to
in the
bake
oven.
it.
Okay, the tart's in the oven. All right, if you're just tuning in, I'll do a quick update. We're taking as many questions as we can for the next hour, and we're doing a giveaway. And I'm getting a note from the producers. Giveaway winners will be chosen in a couple of days, so not at the end of the stream. I lied. But the giveaway is an ATK digital membership. You get access to all of our recipes, all of our equipment reviews. You get the access to the app that Lan is cooking from right now. And then the other is our Cocktails Illustrated book, which is amazing, great holiday gift, good for the coffee table, good for the bar, good for the kitchen. Okay, so that's the other giveaway. We're also, we're answering all your questions. We're making a cranberry curd tart. Welcome. Emily, what's the next question?
Is it rude to show up with a dish that needs fridge or oven space?
Oh, that's a good one.
Wait, what do you think?
Is it rude to show up with a dish that needs either fridge or oven space? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so rude. I hadn't even thought about that.
You're asking two kind of control freaks who are probably we're trying to do too much in the little kitchen spaces we have.
Yeah.
And like spaces at a premium.
Oof.
Maybe what if you had a giant kitchen and like a second freezer, fridge situation?
Yeah,
In
okay.
a garage or downstairs?
Yes. Neither of us have that though.
No.
I've got like a tiny little place. So yeah, I would say it's pretty rude. I think at that point you should have just shown up with ice, Like everyone needs ice for a party. Like just like bring some
Yeah.
bags of ice.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Did you get a sense from the asker? Are they thinking about doing it, or they've been burned this way before?
I think if they're asking, they want to do it.
Oh,
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Bring a salad. You know, bring
Yeah.
something that's like ready to rock. All right, next question.
Mom, this one's definitely for you.
Oh boy. I'm honestly not sure what the best approach is for just crisping the skin without it kind of curling up funny, but if you figure it out, I'm sort of assuming you have a subscription and can tell me how it went in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in the comments, so let me know.
Lon's in the comments all the time. That recipe is incredible. So if you don't know that recipe, this person does. It is like, it's truly, this is not like hyperbole. It is the best turkey that you'll eat, right? It's the best cut of turkey.
It's my favorite turkey.
It's the best cut of turkey, and it is treated in the best way. So you cure it for how long?
4 to 6 days.
4 to 6 days, which sounds crazy, but this is a huge make-ahead recipe. So you do it ahead of time, and then you poach it in really low temperature in the oven in a bunch of fat, whether that's chicken fat, duck fat. You could even use oil.
Yeah.
Let it cool, and it's done. So the day of, you're just like
You're
crisping it, doing
reheating,
whatever.
and the reheat takes like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But there's something so transformative about that curing process. It's sort of, you kind of pack the turkey thighs in this mixture of like onions and thyme and black pepper. And so you kind of get a little bit of the like stuffing gravy flavor.
Yes,
Except
yes.
it's like, because it cured for long enough, those flavors are in the turkey itself.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is, it's totally wild. And this is like, if someone in your life's like, I don't like turkey, make this recipe and you'll prove them wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so that's baking. Emily, next question. I think we're doing pretty well. I don't know how many, we don't know how to count. We should have had a count. I think we're probably up to like 100, maybe 500 questions. I'm not sure. Close. Emily, what's the next one?
When do you start prepping for Thanksgiving dinner? Do you have a timeline of items along with the corresponding recipe?
Okay, so this is about like, when you start prepping, do you have a timeline of recipes and like when you should do them,
Yeah, like
right?
your ultimate timeline.
Your ultimate timeline. This is a question for Lon because I know you have thoughts on this.
So I'm a former line cook, and so I have a whole spreadsheet of what has to happen, when it has to happen, whether it uses fridge or oven or stove space. And then I also make notes about, you know, if people come over and want to help, these are the things for the entry level people.
Oh,
these
that is
are the
brilliant.
things for the advanced people. And I'm just like, look for the stuff in green. Those are the things I'm comfortable with you doing.
That is brilliant. So you actually have like, so someone comes over, they're always like, how can I help? And you can point and you're like, wait.
No, I have just a little chart, and like I put it up on the fridge.
Yeah.
And it's just like, pick a task that's in green that hasn't been crossed out.
That's brilliant.
And then they can just rifle through the recipes and be like, oh, this is what I do.
Wow, okay, that's really, really smart. But wait, are you like, you're a green,
Yeah,
you're
no,
a
I
more
will tell
advanced?
them. I will tell them what color they get.
You'd be like, I'll do this. You're like, no.
No,
You're,
no.
You're not at that level.
I can't
That's
have
so
that.
smart. That's great. I wing it too much. Listen to Lon. Don't listen to me on this one.
No, I think timelines are really important though. Otherwise, you sort of lose track of what you're doing, and
Yeah.
you know, maybe it's fine with your family that dinner's an hour and a half late, but maybe it's not. I feel more comfortable having a timeline.
And I think what it does also is like when you're trying to hold it all in your head,
Oh, yeah.
it's so stressful. The day is like a lot more stressful. If you're like, I know this is happening here and here, this stuff's all prepped ahead, I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
What's
So
next?
I would like to move on to the curd. But
Bring it back?
Brooke, can I have, nope, we're gonna use one that has
Okay.
been cooled to the proper degree.
Should I get rid of this one then?
Yeah, so Brooke's gonna bring, this is Brooke. She's one of the kitchen assistants.
She has a butter apron,
And,
which is really
well,
perfect.
no, and turkey earrings.
And turkey
And turkey earrings. Thanks, Brooke. Okay,
Thank
so
you, Brookie.
this is
Okay.
the same filling,
So
cooled.
this is the filling cooled to
Yep.
the proper degree. If you don't let it cool and try to get the butter in, it separates.
Okay, got it.
You just kind of let the whole thing hang out, and then you chuck the butter in, and you want to process that?
Yeah. I'm having a job.
Oh no.
Did I go the wrong way?
Yeah.
Process or pulse?
30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
So while we're doing that, Is that good?
If you can't see butter chunks, we're good.
I cannot see butter chunks. Okay, we're good.
Okay, so I'm going to strain this while we tackle some more questions.
Okay.
Right in there.
Want me to do it?
Yep. I trust you. You're not green.
I'm not a green. That's the nicest thing Lon's ever said to me. All right. Okay, so guys, we are halfway through. We want your questions. We need your questions. Let me get this out of the way for you here.
You've got a bus tub below.
Beautiful. Okay, great. All right, so Lan is straining the cranberry curd tart. If you're just tuning in, we're making a cranberry curd tart, answering all your questions in an hour. If you comment below, you'll be up for a giveaway for 2 awesome things. But we're gonna get back to questions. Emily, what you got?
Right, this is from Instagram. If you really wanted to impress your girlfriend's family with a low-key dish, what would you go for that would make you a legend?
Okay, and it's you girlfriends?
Girlfriend's family.
Okay, if you really want to impress your girlfriend's family with a low-key dish, what should you go with to really, really knock it out of the park and impress them? I love this. This is like, I want to impress, but I don't want to do like too much.
Oatmeal rolls? Those oatmeal rolls are really nice. They're not actually all
Yeah.
that hard.
Yeah.
They're a little bit different, so they'll stand out, but not so off that, everyone's like, what is this? It doesn't fit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, oatmeal rolls.
Is that
Yeah.
boring? Sorry.
No, it's not boring at all. So these oatmeal rolls, which are really wonderful. They're dark and sort of malty, and they have oatmeal baked on the top there. They're sort of pull apart.
They're just so satisfying. They're like fluffy and delicious and
I mean, all right, so I'm gonna say, I still think this is low key. I'm actually gonna say the fluffy dinner rolls.
okay.
Andrea, test cook,
Yep.
editor amazing on Cooks Illustrated, has these fluffy dinner rolls, which you can see on YouTube in our latest Friendsgiving special. They are pillowy and wonderful, and they absolutely steal the show. They're a little bit of work if you're like going for super low key, but they'll definitely show effort, which is a good thing. And they're make ahead and really, really easy, and they stay super, super fluffy. So I kind of think like that is good because then you're bringing it with you.
And they travel well.
They travel well. They'll stay moist. I think I was going to go for that.
You don't have to borrow oven space or fridge
Yeah,
space.
yeah, they're good even at room temp. And everyone just kind of wants to eat bread all the time.
Oh,
So
wait, you
you
know
sort of
what?
win.
I might bring some really fancy butter.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, because good butter is so good.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I think you could also bring something like for the next day. I think that's like kind of a cool thing. It's like there's so much going on that day and adding another thing to the table, but like some baked good that's great for breakfast the next morning.
Or like gougere. They're so fun. They're
Yeah.
really easy.
Yeah.
Like, really easy.
That's low key for Lan. Okay, great question. All right, so Lan's doing her straining. Emily, what's the next question?
My family doesn't trust me to cook, so I'm in charge of charcuterie. How can I make it more fun and exciting?
My family doesn't trust me to cook, so I'm in charge of charcuterie. How do I make it more fun and exciting? I think charcuterie is incredibly fun and exciting. What I would do is I would go to your local, your best cheese and charcuterie shop in town and just taste a bunch of stuff and have a great time doing it. They should cut stuff for you and you can taste and enjoy it. But I think it's all about, and you can touch on it,
Yeah.
it's all about a mix of stuff, right?
Yeah, I actually think that everyone picks up a decent selection of cheese and meats. You take it over the top with the vegetables and the accompaniments.
Interesting, okay.
So like membrillo, some honeycomb,
Yeah.
a nice selection of crackers, potato chips,
Yeah.
and then like some nice vegetables that bring some color because those plates are often kind of monochromatic,
Yeah.
and so like good veggies.
I love that. And I think Lan's sort of hinting at this, like getting all this stuff. I think when you put it out on the board, just make it feel really rich and tall, and like you've got
Yeah.
like little rivers of nuts and cheese and all the veg and everything come together there. I think it's really nice to present it that way, so it's not sparse. This over here and this over here. That's kind of a wow. Yeah, good question. Where would that one come from?
From Instagram.
And that was from Instagram. All right, keep coming. We're gonna keep track of where they're all coming from. Again, if you're just tuning in now, we're probably in the back half of an hour of answering all of your Thanksgiving questions, as many as we can, while making a cranberry curd tart. No one's ever done it before. We're probably gonna get a Guinness record for this. We're also doing a giveaway for a digital membership to ATK. Get the app and the site, which is really fun, and then Cocktails Illustrated. So 2 people will win. In a couple days, we'll get back to you, and you'll get your amazing prize. So comment below, ask your questions, try to stump us. I don't think we've been stumped yet. It's maybe possible, but just bring them on. Emily, what you got?
Is it better to make gravy ahead or to wait for drippings?
Oh, this is a good one. This is right up your alley.
Yeah, no.
Wait, let me ask a question. So, as I realize you guys can't hear me all the time. So, is it better to make gravy ahead or wait for the drippings? This is
Both.
a big one. Both?
Both.
Okay, go ahead.
You should absolutely make your gravy in advance. Take those turkey parts, get some good color on them, and make that stock. Because that's the making of the stock is the part that takes the longest. You want to make sure you've got a little bit of brown turkey fat in there because that's where the turkey flavor is like going to be really present. And then put that away, or make the full gravy. Just make it a little bit thicker than you want it to be in the end. Then on Thanksgiving Day, after you have your drippings, you can add the drippings, adjust the flavors, and then you get the make ahead ease, but you can work in the extra flavor on the reheat.
This is the only gravy that you need. It's on our app and site. It is, I think it's called our favorite gravy for good reason. And Lan did it, and she has like a gluten-free version. She has an alcohol-free version, and it's amazing. It's exactly what she said. Make it all ahead, get those drippings. It's perfect, and it takes the stress out of gravy. You're not dealing with lumps or anything like that. It's a great one. Okay, wow, we got more ingredients. So what's going on now?
Okay, so the finish for this tart is a whipped cream, and we're using a couple of tablespoons of this curd to stabilize the cream so that you can pipe it a day in advance, and it won't melt, it won't deform, it'll just hold its shape and color beautifully. So I want to pull 2 tablespoons of curd and just transfer to the bowl.
This is a Lan genius moment. There are many Lan genius moments, as you all know, but she's accessing the pectin in the cranberries to help stabilize the whipped cream. Normally you pipe whipped cream on something that's going to deflate so quickly, and this lasts a day. And
Yeah.
it's just so smart, and it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. You often don't need all of the curd anyway, so we'll just use a little bit right here. I'm going to add my cream, and then this is just I'll just stir it together actually.
Okay.
I've got some pre-whipped for us because the whipping takes a little time and it's
Gotcha.
loud.
And it's loud.
We can't answer questions over that noise.
And that's what we're here to do. We're here to answer all your Thanksgiving questions. We're going to go to Emily for another one.
Okay. I thought I cooked my potatoes when I went to mash them, they were grainy. How can I fix that?
Okay, I thought I cooked my potatoes, but when I went to mash them, they were still grainy. How can I fix that?
I think you need a microwave.
Yeah, I'm a big microwave fan.
Yeah, I would add I don't know how many potatoes you've got, but I would add a dash of water, maybe a tablespoon or 2, cover and nuke. That'll be enough steam to cook those potatoes through, and then you can proceed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's perfect. That's great. Yeah, super simple.
Yeah.
Microwave is your friend. You should have a microwave. Emily.
Do you try and pair your wine across all dishes or just the main protein?
Great question. Do you try to pair your wine across the entire table, like all the food, or just the protein? So there's like a couple of rules for pairing wine for Thanksgiving, and one of the big ones is there's a lot of not Swedish, I mean there can be if you have a Swedish meal, there's a lot of sweet-ish foods on a Thanksgiving table, and one of the worst things for wine is if you have food that is sweeter than the wine, it can make the wine taste really sour and not great. So if you have some of those sweeter things, I'm looking at you Americans with some marshmallows on sweet potatoes and that kind of stuff, you're gonna really wanna look for a wine that's off dry. And a lot of Rieslings are and stuff like that. It is not always the favorite wine, I think, for everyone, but it really is gonna work super, super well. So I try to look for the sweetest thing and make sure that the wine is a little bit sweeter than that if you have a sweet table. But I generally look for a wine that starts the meal really, really well, and is like light and acidic and bright, maybe some bubbles and stuff like that. I don't just pair it with just the turkey or something. Well, what do you do?
I find I just try to have a nice variety that people will like drinking. I find that there are a lot of folks who don't care as much about the pairing. They just want to drink the wine they like.
Yeah.
And so I want to make sure I've got kind of a lighter red, a cab or something a little bit more tannic, and then a white or an orange.
So you got everything.
Yeah.
Basically just have it all.
I just try to I keep all the bases covered.
Yeah.
So.
I think a light red, like a cool climate light red, like an Austrian red I love, like chilled a little bit, sort of checks most of the boxes, but
Yeah.
don't try to find the perfect pairing for it's gonna be impossible.
I mean-
There's just too many things going on.
Yeah, and like people like what they like. It feels like
Yeah.
it's the point of Thanksgiving isn't to be talking about pairings unless you're hanging out with a crowd that is all about wine. Then they probably know what they're doing, and you're not asking us these questions.
That's a good point. Okay, looks like you're about to do something.
Yeah. Can I have a spat?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna pour this in, and we're pretty much we're not quite done,
Ooh, that is
but we're
beautiful.
almost done. And then we'll smooth this out. I just love this color so much. It's so vibrant,
Yeah, that is beautiful. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous.
right?
Let me get this out of your way.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
that's
that
it.
is so stunning. It's like jewel tone. The crust is amazing. That looks so good in there.
Yeah.
We'll give it a little shimmy.
Yep. just even it out. Now this hangs out until it sets, and
Okay.
that's it. That's
How long does that take?
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay, so we're actually extending the Q&A. We're gonna go 4 hours.
No, I have a
You gotta
backup.
swing that.
I've
Okay,
got to
great.
swing.
Okay, awesome. So Lon's gonna pop that in. If you're just joining us, we're in the second half of our marathon of Thanksgiving questions. We're doing an hour. We're up to, how many questions have we asked so far? Nobody knows. We've lost track. It's so many. But keep sending them in. Comment below, and if you comment below, you'll be entered for a giveaway for etiquette digital membership and Cocktails Illustrated. So get into that. We're getting close on this tart. All right, Emily, next question.
What's the strangest or most unusual food anyone has ever brought to Thanksgiving you've seen?
The strangest or most unusual food that anyone has ever brought to Thanksgiving that I've seen. This isn't that. I don't think this is that strange, but my girlfriend's family always had ambrosia salad on the table, and that is a dish that is very interesting to me. And they did like a sort of a bunt mold of it and took it off. Feels like dessert to me, but I think with Thanksgiving, whatever family tradition is, it goes, and you got to like bring it into the table.
Yeah, I
about you?
honestly think maybe the oddest Thanksgivings were the ones from my childhood where like my family came to the States and were introduced to this whole thing, and my mom would buy like stovetop stuffing and she'd follow the instructions on the box, but she'd also add like shiitakes and water chestnuts and ginkgo nuts and Chinese sausage.
Sounds good.
Some years it was good, some
Oh,
years it was
okay.
weird. Also Brian Roof, his Thanksgiving always involves that strawberry picnic salad.
Strawberry pretzel salad.
Yes.
Strawberry pretzel salad. Those watching in sort of the Midwest, maybe the Dakotas will know this dish, but it's like graham cracker crust, cream cheese, and then strawberry jello. And it's incredible. It's actually like one of my favorite things. I didn't grow up with it, but I really love it now. I think strawberry pretzel salad's great for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's a
Lon's gonna
fun
get a
one.
pie you made together. Emily, what's the next question?
Someone on TikTok wants to know why you look so caffeinated today.
Why I look so caffeinated today? Really? Wow. I started this off by saying that I'm losing my voice because it's that time of year. I drank some coffee, but I didn't really drink that much. I think thanks.
All right, Dan,
This isn't coffee.
I got a question for you. Do you want to pipe the decorative stuff on the tart?
I want to try,
Okay,
but I also want you to do some.
Okay, so we can practice on an overturned cake pan because
Yeah.
this is about the right diameter.
Okay, yep.
And I'll be right back with some whipped cream for you.
Okay, you're gonna abandon me here. I know you are. So I have this thing where like I love cooking. I do a lot more cooking than baking, and then I'm not known for making pretty food. I think that's like my reputation around here. So I'm gonna try my best on this. But while Lon grabs that, Emily, let's go. Let's get another question.
Okay. How do I keep pumpkin pie from cracking?
Ooh, good one. How do I keep pumpkin pie from cracking? So it cracks. It's still gonna be delicious. Don't worry about it. But why it usually cracks is the pumpkin pie is baked for too long or at too high of a temperature. So that you're basically making a custard when you're making pumpkin pie. So low heat is gonna be better than high heat. What we really like to do is maybe blast it at first at say 375, 400, drop it down and let most of the cooking happen around 300 degrees. This does two things. One, you're gonna have much more even cooking. So the outside and the inside are gonna be much closer. It also gives you a bigger window to get the pie out before it overbakes. And the key for pumpkin pie is you wanna be able to give it a little shake, a little shimmy, and definitely see some movement in the center there. If it's like totally firm, it's probably gonna crack when it cools.
You just have to trust that it's going to keep cooking and firm up as it cools. Like
Yeah.
you can't wait for the oven to get it to be fully set.
Yes.
Because by the time it's set in the oven, it'll crack by the time when it cools.
Yeah, and I think it's carryover cooking, right? We do it for turkey's gonna keep climbing, pumpkin pie's gonna keep climbing too. That's a great question.
All right, buddy. Star tip or a round tip?
I want the round tip.
Okay.
Okay,
What
what
do
am
you-
I doing?
You get to decide. You can decorate however you want.
Okay. Mom treats me like a little kid. It's great. Okay. All right, and this is gonna go on there at some point.
Yeah.
So I've seen you do these little like cool shapes that are all different
Yeah.
that I like a lot.
Do you want to know how I do it?
Yeah, show me how you do
Sorry,
it.
that was mean.
No, show me how you do it. And next question, Emily. We're doing new questions while we're doing this.
Okay, Nicole said, on Friday at the etiquette event, I asked about how to go tier 3 when onion chopping. Can you tell me what to do again?
Yeah, because you already forgot. So the question is how to go tear-free when onion chopping. You gotta chop a lot of onions for your stuffing, for your gravy, etc. And the best way to go tear-free.
Okay.
Lon's trick
I'm gonna tell you what to do, and then I'm gonna answer this question. while
Okay,
you pipe.
all right, yeah, go for it.
7 big, like 1.5 inch wide circles.
Yep.
Not perfectly spaced. Spread them out, but don't make sure they're perfectly spaced.
7 of the same
I'm
size.
breaking his brain right now.
I'm trying to answer these questions.
So the key to not crying when you're chopping onions is you want to use a sharp knife. The less you crush those cells, the less tear-producing compounds you create. Also, if you need corrective lenses and have contacts will do a better job than almost anything else. Okay, so once you have that, you can start adding little dots around
Around
it
that.
wherever you want.
Okay. All right, Emily, next question.
Okay, this person says, for piping, do you recommend a piping bag or a Ziploc bag with a cut corner?
You want to take the
I would say you set yourself up a lot better with this guy.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's pretty.
You want to go for it? You ready?
Yeah. She didn't trust me to do it the first time on there.
I just wanted you to have a practice run, so you had a game
Well, I don't
plan.
want to do the whole thing. I want to do half. I do half, you do half.
Okay.
And we can do both shapes.
Okay.
Thanks, Brooke.
Thanks, Brookie.
Brooke's the real star today.
Yeah, Brooke's doing all the work.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, this is so beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, right?
All right, so we're gonna pipe on this. Emily, more questions. Again, guys, drop your questions in the comments there. We're still doing our giveaway. If you comment down there, ATK Digital Membership, Cocktails Illustrated. All right, you start off with yours. I'll fill
All right,
in.
you fill
Emily,
in.
what's the question?
There's a lot of questions about mac and cheese. People want your best tips for mac and cheese, baked and stovetop.
Okay, best tips for mac and cheese, baked and stovetop. I feel like this is something that is like super traditional. You probably have a mac and cheese that you love for your table, so I probably wouldn't want to mess with it. I really like a stovetop mac and cheese. We have a super simple, easy one, and I like easy stuff on Thanksgiving because there's so much going on. It uses a little bit of American cheese. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Let's see. You want the American cheese because it's going to be a good melter, and it'll let you add cheeses that aren't good melters and still have that beautiful texture and consistency. I really think the key to mac and cheese is don't serve it right away. I know the appeal of like a piping hot dish and those cheese pulls is nice, but I just find that once that cheese cools a little bit, the consistency firms up, and you just have this really, it's just more satisfying to eat. You can taste all the cheese better when it's not screaming hot.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Next question, Emily.
Can
We're
I-
in
can
like
I-
lightning round
Can
time.
I keep going?
Yeah.
My boyfriend and I agreed to host 15 people in our one bedroom. What am I supposed to do?
Whoa, that's a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so my boyfriend and I agreed to host 15 people in a one bedroom, and what is it? Just like help? What's
Yeah,
the question?
I think it's like help me. What am I supposed to do about that?
Wow.
Picnic?
Yeah.
Do you have a table big enough
There's
for
no
15?
way. I don't think. I feel like there's no way. I think you got to go buffet style. That's probably my
Yeah,
recommendation
I would
there.
clear all the furniture out, lay out some blankets, and have fun.
That's super fun.
Like with like a little picnic style situation
Yeah.
and a buffet.
Floor picnic Thanksgiving. I love that
Yeah.
idea. That's great. I would try to do. We actually did this thing where we figured out that you could do an entire make-ahead Thanksgiving. Like you could make ahead like Lan's turkey. You can make ahead this kale salad that we have on the site, which is amazing. It actually gets like more tender as you let it sit. You can make ahead the rolls. I would try to do a full make-ahead meal, and the floor picnic, and a bunch of bottles of wine. That sounds really fun, actually. I would
Yeah.
do that. Good question.
I'm just going to connect these
Oh,
dots a little bit.
that's cool. I love that. No, that's beautiful.
Just give it a little.
All right, Emily, next question.
Okay, this one says, Dan, you look fresh AF. What brand of glasses are you wearing?
Yes, you do.
Really? Wow, you guys are so nice to me. I'm not caffeinated or fresh. So the other question, what brand of glasses are these? I think they're Warby Parker. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Next question.
Okay, non-turkey on Thanksgiving. Ham, prime rib. Is turkey just not that good?
There's a lot in there. Okay, so non-turkey on Thanksgiving, if you're gonna do, is it prime rib? Do you do ham? Is turkey not that good? So I think turkey can be really, really good. I think there's bad versions of it out there for sure. Ooh, Lon is separating it out right now. This
Yeah.
is a big moment. So I think there's bad versions out there, but I think Lon has an easier roast turkey recipe, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Based on like a roasting pan on a baking steel or a stone, which is amazing. So I think you can get great turkey. But I would say if not, I think prime rib is an awesome move for it. Feels really, really special. I would probably go for that. What about you? You'd go for duck, I bet.
I would go for duck.
Yeah.
There's a new recipe from Matt Fairman, and when I first saw it, I was like, these ducks are kind of well done, and I'm so accustomed to like duck breasts being served medium rare. This duck recipe is spectacular.
Really?
Yeah,
It's so good?
I would absolutely make that.
Yeah, duck is awesome, and then it's so good the next day. Duck fried rice. There's so much stuff you can make with it.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. All right, Lon's almost got this out. Next question, Emily.
What do I bring besides wine when the host says don't worry about drinking anything?
Oh, Dan answered this one already.
Oh yeah, ice. Bring ice to the party.
So the question was, when the host says don't bring anything, was that, wait, am I phrasing this right?
Yeah, don't bring anything other than wine. What do you bring?
Yeah.
I think ice is great for parties in general. But if everyone does that, I mean, there's probably so many people watching this. If everyone does it, there's gonna be too much ice at the party. But I think that's a good move. But again, I said it also, like, bring something for the next day. I think is super fun. That they're gonna be like amazing to have at that moment. Lana's doing like the separation moment right now between the bottom pan.
This is a little nerve-wracking when it's live.
Oh, Lana, that is so gorgeous. That is really, really beautiful.
Let's clean this up.
I can't wait to try this.
Yeah.
So you can actually make this to this point and then pop in the fridge?
Yeah, you can.
For how long?
If I'm going to store it in the fridge, I'll put a bowl over it so that nothing gets in there. But I've had it for 3 days, and
That's amazing.
it's really pretty
3 days.
fantastic.
If you guys don't make this year, I don't know what's going on.
It just travels really well,
Yeah.
and you don't have to make it the day of, which I love.
Yes, I love that. Okay, Emily, next question.
What's your recommendation for a gateway side to break my family out of mashed potato, mashed squash, or steamed vegetables?
Okay, what's a good gateway? What's a good gateway side to break my family out of mashed potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes, mashed squash, just like all the mashed stuff? What do you think?
Gateway side. Ooh, what do I like? So I did this cauliflower salad a couple years ago.
Oh, that's so good.
And it's another one of those make-ahead things where you roast the cauliflower and you dress it in this arugula dressing. And it's creamy, it's vibrant. There's like pickled shallots and Asian pear, so there's like a nice juicy, crunchy element too. It's so refreshing, and it's kind of the opposite of those kind of softer, pureed vegetables.
All right, I've got a wild card answer to this one. I developed a recipe for sweet potato fries many years ago, and they're like insanely crunchy.
They're so good.
I never thought about this for Thanksgiving, but if you dropped sweet potato fries with like a spicy fry sauce on the table, I mean, I think your family would go for that. No one's gonna go for like squash or anything else over those.
I didn't cut these evenly. You want the big
Wait,
slice
why
or the
did-
little slice?
I feel like you cut the small one for me. Is that true?
No, I'll cut
I'm just
another
teasing
one.
you. I'll take any of them. This looks so good. All right, Emily, next question.
Is it okay to eat cranberry jelly right out of a tin can and call it a day?
Is it okay to eat jellied cranberry sauce right out of the tin and call it a day?
Watch your hands.
Oh, sorry. Absolutely. Especially if you've cooked the whole meal. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. I have on my my Instagram, which is at Test Cook, every single year I post the same video of a huge number 10 can of cranberry sauce that we just slowly take off, and it completely deflates because we made it ourselves. And I think after that, I would just be like, just a spoon of that.
It makes the most satisfying blobby
Blub, blub,
sound.
blub. Yeah, cranberry sauce is the best like that.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily, next question.
Someone says, just tuning in, what's the tart?
Oh, great. Okay, if you're just tuning in, you're a little late. But Lana's made this incredible cranberry curd tart. You can see a slice of it right here. Has a pat-in-the-pan crust using melted butter, this incredible curd, which is like punchy, bright. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then her piping on top. We did it together. Looks great.
It looks great.
Looks great. There's a little bit of filling in the whipped cream, and that actually helps stabilize it. You can pop it in your fridge for 3 days and serve it. We're also doing a giveaway. If you haven't commented yet, ask a question, and we're doing a digital membership to America's Test Kitchen. Get the app and the website, all of our amazing recipes, and then Cocktails Illustrated, our newest book, and we'll pick 2 winners. You'll find out in a couple of days. But we've gotten through a ton of questions. We're still going to keep going while we're eating this.
We've got a few minutes left.
Yeah. Can we taste it, though?
Yeah.
I want to do a little taste here.